everyone. A tragic and deeply disturbing story is unfolding out of Gaza. On Monday, Israel struck one of the main hospitals in the Gaza Strip not once, but twice, killing at least 20 people and injuring many more. Among the dead were journalists and rescue workers who had rushed to the scene after the first explosion. According to local health officials, the initial strike hit the upper floor of Khan Yunis Nasser Hospital, an area that housed operating rooms and doctors' residences. When reporters and medics ran toward the site to help, a second strike targeted the stairwell, killing even more. Video captured by the Al Ghad network showed journalists climbing the stairs before a massive blast and cloud of smoke engulfed the area. At least 5 journalists lost their lives, including 33-year-old Mariam Daga, a visual journalist who frequently worked with the Associated Press. Reuters also confirmed that one of its reporters was killed while broadcasting live from the hospital roof. These deaths have sparked outrage from international media organizations, with both AP and Reuters demanding answers from Israel, stressing that journalists were killed while performing their professional duty, documenting the war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office described the incident as a tragic mishap and said the military is investigating. Israeli media reports suggest the target may have been what troops believed was a Hamas surveillance camera on the hospital roof, a location where journalists had routinely set up live shots. The Gaza Health Ministry reports that at least 80 people were wounded in the twin strikes, many of them in the hospital courtyard. Over the course of this 22-month war, nearly 200 Palestinian journalists and more than 1,500 health workers have been killed, according to international organizations. The Committee to Protect Journalists has condemned these repeated attacks, calling them among the most horrific assaults on the press in recent history. The UN, Britain, France, and others have condemned the strike. Even U.S. President Donald Trump, when asked, admitted he wasn't happy about the attack, though his comments remain vague. For doctors inside Nasser Hospital, the aftermath was described as quote, chaos, disbelief, and fear. One British doctor said the second strike came before anyone could even begin evacuating after the first. With resources already stretched thin, patients lay on floors hooked to IV drips, while staff tried desperately to respond. This was not an isolated event. Other hospitals across Gaza have been repeatedly hit since the war began, with Israel claiming Hamas embeds itself in and around these facilities. Still, under international law, hospitals are protected sites. Beyond the hospital strikes, reports say Israeli gunfire recently killed 6 Palestinians trying to reach aid in central Gaza. 2 separate strikes also killed more civilians, including children in other parts of the Strip. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, the war has now killed more than 62,000 Palestinians, about half of them women and children. Israel disputes those numbers but has not provided its own. The conflict began in October 2023, when Hamas-led militants killed around 200 people in Israel and abducted 251 hostages. Since then, Israel has vowed to destroy Hamas, escalating strikes across Gaza while the humanitarian toll continues to rise. So what's your take? Drop a comment below.